Hi everybody, I am Chelsea, and I've really enjoyed taking this self-assessment disposition survey. I have learned a lot about myself, especially the things that I still need to work on. I've learned that I am a very caring and passionate person. I believe that all students can learn. Teachers must be sensitive toward individual learning. They must have sound judgment and ethical behavior, encourage curiosity and active inquiry, and also demonstrate a caring behavior towards students. The things that I need to work on before becoming a first-year teacher is encouraging curiosity and active inquiry and being sensitive toward individual learning. This just comes from, I understand that it can be too easy to get wrapped up in the day-to-day activities, and sometimes we forget to stop and take that minute or that second and really think about what a student is asking and see if they can actually learn it on their own or if it's something that I need to tell them. For example, if a student is questioning what a word means, instead of just saying, oh yes, well it just means this, I need to stop and think, well, wait a minute, can he actually learn this on his own? The answer to that would be yes. I should then direct him toward a dictionary and let that child look it up. Then they can take a pride in what they've learned on their own, and then you get to see that light bulb like click for them, and they can say, so it means this. Oh, so it's like when I did this with my mom and my dad, or I did this with my cousin. And you can say, yes, exactly. And then they are definitely proud of themselves for the rest of the day, and that's important to encourage. The other thing would be a sensitivity toward individual learning. Again, it's easy to just get wrapped up in the day-to-day activities and forget that students learn differently. And as teachers, that's our job to make sure that we have allowed students to learn differently in our classroom. For example, if a student is not understanding a material, rather than getting frustrated and not understanding why they're learning, I need to reflect and think, okay, how have I taught this material? Have I stood at the front of the room and taught it? Have I allowed them to read the material? Have I allowed them to actively be engaged, maybe do a little project or, activity? Have I allowed them to do some group work and have them learn from their peers as well as teach their peers? If I haven't done all of those things, then I need to take that step back and realize that I have failed the child, and I need to incorporate those things before actually becoming frustrated with this child, the fact that they're not learning the material. The other thing that I learned through the dispositions was that cultures, genders, and learning differences are important to me as a teacher, and that's definitely going to help me build a stronger relationship with my students and families. And I think that it's important not for me just to learn about each student and the differences that they have, but also for all of the students in the classroom. It's that little extra thing that can be added to my classroom and my teaching that you don't always have that opportunity to have. For example, we all are going to have students from different cultures, different countries even maybe. So if I have a student from India or Mexico or even Madagascar, it would be really awesome during a social studies lesson when we're learning about those different cultures to incorporate that student, ask them what kind of day-to-day activities would we see in India or Mexico or even Madagascar. What kind of holidays do you celebrate? What kind of languages do you speak? And just really incorporate that student into that lesson and let them actively be engaged in the teaching as well as the learning. And then that way that'll help them better make those connections between what I'm trying to teach them and what they already know. Potential biases happen in a classroom at times, and they are very detrimental to students' learning as well as to the environment that we are trying to foster. That being said, it's important for teachers to know what they're biased against, and really keep that in check when you're teaching. You don't want to have a foreign exchange student and not be able to adequately teach them, because when you treat them differently, students see this and they may start treating that student differently, and that is not always a good thing. So we definitely need to keep our biases in check and know what we are biased against and for, and make sure that that doesn't enter into a classroom. The last question was, how do I anticipate using feedback from an annual performance evaluation, my observations, and my student data performance? And my answer to this would be reflection. Reflection is so important as a teacher. I need to stop and look at everything that I've been given, the good and the bad, and think, okay, well, what have I done that's good? And I need to continue because I need to continue some good things. That's what keeps every classroom moving. And then the bad. What can I change? What do I just need to get rid of altogether? Sometimes this could be our classroom management. It may mean that I need to switch up maybe how I teach something, or maybe it's taking a look at myself and thinking, am I adequately prepared to teach these classes? If the answer to that question is no, then it's a reflection on myself that I need to go back and do, and what can I change and improve on myself so that I am ready to teach these classes and be able to do so effectively. I have definitely really enjoyed taking these self-disposition surveys and taking a look at all the readings that we've had to go along with this, and I definitely look forward to improving myself and for the better of our students, and definitely reflecting on a lot of things that we've learned. It's all been great material, and I look forward to seeing everybody's videos. Have a great day.